COVID. Oh my God, so much COVID. The topic of discussion for the entire 2019. COVID has come in and completely dominated our life, dominated our space. And despite all our efforts to get back to some semblance of normalcy, to get rid of this imposter that is COVID, we, Jamaicans, have taken a position that we are not taking the vaccine. Why are we so skeptical? Skeptical about everything, including this new vaccine. So much so that we've taken a position, most of us, that we are not taking the vaccine because it's gonna kill us. So stay tuned. We're gonna unpack this and more. To the Jamaican Experience with Yaz, where I bring you a Jamaican experience that transcends sand, sea, and sensimilia. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more great content like this. If you're new here, special welcome and thank you. Also, if you want to see more content like this, comment yes below so I can know what type of content resonates with you and what type of content to create more. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Yazl. I decided to do this video talking about why Jamaicans are so skeptical because over the last few weeks, I've been reading the comments on Instagram primarily, and I've noticed that most of us have taken a position that we're not taking the vaccine because it's dangerous, because the government is trying to kill us off, because some billionaire, which I will not mention in this video, is trying to kill us off. And the thing is, I'm just saying, we are so, not just skeptical, but we love conspiracy theories. I'm not sure why. We just feed off of the conspiracy theories. You can't believe how many messages I get on my phone with conspiracy theories about what the government is trying to do, why they had the election, all of this about COVID. I'm like, what? What is the connection? And honestly, these people don't know what the connection is. They're just sending around this thing because it sounds interesting and it sounds like something could have gone so. Pretty much. Anyways, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I like facts and I like when information add up. So if I don't have proof, then I'm not going to believe in those superstitions or conspiracy theories. Anyways, this is a topic that I discussed on my radio show a few times, and earlier this week, my radio show is on Hot 102 Reggae Global. It's the Yasmin Abdallah show. So you can check that out, and it's also linked below in the description. So you can listen to me on Wednesday afternoons from 12 to 3. Okay, so I've discussed this on the show and I thought maybe I should do a video about this because maybe I can get some help from you to understand why as a people, why as Jamaicans we are so skeptical about everything. We believe that everything we don't understand has some negative ramifications attached to it. Alright, so before we unpack that, when I had the idea to do this video, I asked 3 of my friends what they thought about this new vaccine and whether or not they'll be taking this vaccine. So here goes. First up, listen to Ken Williams. How do you feel about the COVID vaccine, this Pfizer vaccine that they've administered just Tuesday, December 8th, to the first patient, and they're now administering it for the first wave in the UK? Will you be taking this vaccine when it becomes available in Jamaica?
Well, what is this vaccine? Because there are so many different variations that is being developed for a mutating virus, different types and strains yet to be settled on. You know, they still haven't decided. Still, we're talking about 95%. You're talking about those that have to be 90 degrees below zero. You have those who which don't have to be 90 degrees. So which one is it with a mutating virus? How are you going to come to that vaccine?
Well, they've done their
silver bullet.
Well, they've done their tests and their trials, and they're saying that it's now 95% effective. Of course, we're still in the preliminary stages, so some different cards can play, but nonetheless.
Okay, so the short answer to your question is after the preliminary stages.
Yes.
And then when we have settled down on some empirical information as to its effectiveness.
So you'll probably take it next year in about March or so when we see how many people have taken it and they're good.
One never knows.
There we have it. We heard from Ken. Ken is saying that the primary thing is he is skeptical about the vaccine because it's a mutating virus and he just doesn't think that the scientists have yet understood it fully to be able to come up with a vaccine that's going to be effective, that's going to work. So he's not playing no games with his health, right? Because he can't risk, he'd rather know that he's okay and risk getting it and getting better than taking the vaccine at this preliminary stage. So, will he take it? He says one never knows. Let us look at some of the things that people are saying online about this vaccine. 4 days ago, the Dina puts out an article with the headline, China prepares large-scale rollout of coronavirus vaccines. What does that say to you? All right? That doesn't say that China is sending us vaccines here in Jamaica, But, and we all know that when it comes down to Gleaner articles, you cannot in any way, shape or form rely on the headline to give you any idea about what the article is about, because their headlines are designed to be the most inflammatory, it's clickbait, right? And then you start reading the article and it's probably completely different, or the storyline takes a completely different turn than what you would have thought just by looking at the headline. So first thing is, we need to read the actual article before we make a decision, because this article actually spoke about China administering their own vaccine, that they've made or developed in China to their own population. So But listen to what us fellow people had to say about this headline and vaccines that had absolutely nothing to do with us. The first comment is, Andrew and the cabinet first, forget it, and I'm high on that. So this first person says Andrew and the cabinet forget it first, and she's high on that. Next comment, make them test it on their family first and see how it works. Next, China, then so it starts. Okay, Mr. Death, we see you coming. Okay, I can't even make sense of that comment, but I know it's negative. And to kill off much of the population, overpopulation is their cause for concern, but God. That's what that person comments. So that person seems to be the only one who actually got what the article was about, and it wasn't actually about us here in Jamaica. It doesn't have anything to do with our Prime Minister. It doesn't have anything to do with us here in Jamaica. China didn't say they were sending out the vaccine. This is just about administering this vaccine locally, domestically in their country amongst their population. No, I don't even want to go into whether or not China is trying to practice population control. Let us hear from Corinne what she had to say about whether or not she'd take the vaccine. Will you be taking the vaccine?
Well, I haven't really decided yet. I'm not really enthused about the whole idea of it.
Why not? Why don't you?
From what we understand, or from what I understand, nobody really understands the magnitude of this virus. They don't really know exactly what it is, and I don't understand
the virus.
Yeah, like the dimensions of it. They say they have different strains of it. There's a whole bunch that is uncertain. So
you don't trust the scientists then? You don't trust that they're able to develop a vaccine that is going to be able to tackle the problem?
Alright, well, from what I understand from vaccines, I think you have to be able to understand exactly what that virus that you want to treat is first in order to combat it. And what I tell you about the COVID virus is that they have different types of it, and I don't think there is a single vaccine that they can come up with that just cures everything just like that.
No, but it's supposed to be able to prevent you from catching it. So it doesn't cure it, It just prevents you from catching it. Well, Pfizer says 95%, so it's a no for you.
I don't think so, but I feel like it's going to get to a point where even if you don't want to, if you want to do certain things, it will be
like what?
Like if you want to travel, they probably tell you, oh, you need to have the COVID vaccine if you want to do this, or probably if you know, we don't know. There's just a lot of uncertainty right now, and
you hear from Corinne. She's skeptical as well. She's basically saying she doesn't want to take the vaccine. She's not taking the vaccine, but you know, she may have to consider it because of flying and stuff like that. She's concerned that they're going to make it mandatory for doing certain basic things like getting a job or flying or something like that. Is she prepared to give up flights, you know, or give up regular, you know, freedom as we know it in terms of movement, in just not to take this vaccine because she just thinks this vaccine is not safe? Well, let's look at another article that was posted after that. This one, you know, one of those just in that they've been doing since COVID, where they give us an update on the cases, the deaths, and so on. It spoke about 89 new cases, but I didn't really see it addressing the deaths. Now let us look at some of these comments from this here. First person says 12,000 by the end of the year. Next person says moving too fast. Next one says 86 plus 86 COVID today. Listen to this comment. They're dying all right, but not from COVID. They just die with COVID cause when people die with a broken leg, you don't say a broken leg killed them from swear word fraudsters. So this is to insinuate that they are lying about the cause of death of these people. This one says, what will grandparents do to Uno? Depopulation. Again, conspiracy theory. This one says, what a disgrace piece of journalism. There's no such thing as coincidental death from a virus. This is further evidence that and no autopsy is being done. It's all guessing, and the gleaner is complicit in this act of deception by the government. All right, so you know, I'm not even going to go in anymore into those comments on this particular article, but you can see that the skepticism, the conspiracy theories, and I think that's what fuels, you know, the skepticism. The conspiracy theories fuels the skepticism, really. Now let's hear from Sheree. Sheree has a more comprehensive perspective, so let's see what she has to say. So, how do you feel about this new COVID vaccine? Will you be taking it?
I don't think I'll be taking it in the first wave. I'll wait and see how that plays out. So yes, good that they have a vaccine or two available, but unfortunately I will not be in the first set of people. I want to see what the long-term side effects are. I want to have a few people go before me, a few rounds, and then I'll decide if I'll go ahead and take it, because I've never taken a flu shot either. So I would just wait and assess the situation.
But what do you think Jamaicans are so skeptical? Because, for example, I was looking online and the people were saying first that they're not taking it unless the Prime Minister and his family takes it, you know, government officials. Government officials now say that they'll take it, and the people are saying nope, them not take it because it's water them going to put in there, or they're going to fake it. And so what do you think? Why are we so skeptical?
Naturally, as a people, we are skeptical. We are very paranoid, naturally. I know that's a very general statement, but it's true. We tend to want to wait and see. And we want to have facts on top of facts on top of facts until we make an informed decision. So I can say that I'm not surprised at the response of persons, that they would want to wait for the officials first, because if you're not going to go ahead and say, oh, here's the vaccine, you need to also be confident enough in the vaccine to want to take it yourself. So if you as the Prime Minister or Minister of Health are taking the vaccine, then that would instill some type of confidence. However, I don't think that that will be sufficient enough for the majority of Jamaicans to want to take the vaccine. I think that it will still have to be proven over time before people are accustomed to it and are more willing to take it.
Okay, so for you it's a wait and see.
For me it's a wait and see, because even today I saw that there are 2 persons that had an allergic reaction.
Health workers.
But the thing is, people are allergic to everything, and with every vaccine there are allergies that are associated, so that isn't uncommon. But there was a clause that was stated by Pfizer that if you have a susceptibility to allergies, then you shouldn't take it. But I don't know if these were not disclosed or if it was just a rare occurrence.
Because these were healthcare workers.
Because these were healthcare workers, or whatever the case is. But it's not uncommon for there to be allergies, etc., to certain things. That's why when your doctor prescribes you medication, they'll ask you, are you allergic to anything? Because you need to know. But I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, if people are allergic to different vaccines all the time, and that's a part of the process. But I myself, I am going to wait.
All right. Sheree is coming from a more informed perspective where she's looking at all the sides. She's looking at the pros, she's looking at the cons. And she's saying, listen, I'll take this vaccine, but not yet. I'm going to wait and see how other people react to it. Probably people like me, give it some time, and then I'll decide whether or not I'll take it. So the final one I'm going to look at, and this one is an article that was written on Wednesday, and I actually covered this on my radio show where I spoke about the new vaccine being administered and how people are reacting to the new vaccine. And I also spoke of the 2 patients at that time on Wednesday that were reported to have had severe reactions, and they had even put out an advisory in the UK that if persons have severe allergies, then they should not take this new Pfizer vaccine. But other vaccines will come out, other vaccines are being worked on and should be approved soon, so it would be available to people. Now, you want to hear the comments? Okay, so let us look at some of these comments. The first comment is, see it you know, right? So we know what that means, okay? But let us not read into this. Let us look at the other comments. Glina needs to turn off comments or something, because some of them just, I agree with that sometimes. Next one, it won't stop at 2, trust me. This lockdown was designed to frustrate people to the point where taking this vaccine is seen as the lesser of 2 evils, but in actuality it isn't. I can be traced dirt rotten, no, but it won't change the facts. I can be traced dirt rotten, no, but it won't change the facts. Okay, I think what they're saying is that people can come at them for making their point, which is that the lockdowns came, and then of course they did that in an effort so that they could now give us the vaccine. Somebody says trouble dede, whatever that means. Somebody says kiss my teeth, we easy with my bush tea. Me easy with my bush tea. Then this person says, why are the comments so full of ignorance? Finally, somebody is actually saying something. And even doctors ask if you're allergic to anything before prescribing a particular drug. Y'all just, and then they do the emoji with the face. Right? And this person here, Sheree actually had commented on this article as well. We were actually talking about it, where she said 42,000 have received the vaccine. People are allergic to many things, including medication. Allergies happen. She also said that they didn't die. Read the article, they're recovering, because people just went off and started to talk about how these people died, these 2 people, and much more are gonna die. The people did not die. And why would a country want to kill off their healthcare workers at a time like this? This should squash those conspiracy theories that they're giving people this vaccine because they want them to die, or they want to control them. Why would you want to kill off your healthcare workers? They're saving lives, right? They're contributing to society. You see how much this does not make any sense, right? And there's just so many more, the bottom line is people are making these comments and they're not reading the articles. And also they just have these preconceived notions about things, and they just want to continue promote that and to believe what they already believe. They don't want to change your perspective, and that is the bottom line on that. Now, how do I feel about this vaccine? I am definitely taking this vaccine when it becomes available to me. However, I am also one of those wait and see persons. I want to see what happens, how people are reacting to the vaccine, people that look like me, and you know, what's happening to them, what are the long-term implications, just as Sherry had said, because there are probably some long-term. How are they reacting in 6 months, in a year, and so on? How long is this vaccine going to be something we have to take every 6 months, every 3 months, every, you know, like every year, like the flu shot, or what, you know? But what makes us so skeptical? You know, skepticism is really doubt. And, you know, in preparation for this video, I went and looked up the philosophy of skepticism. I'm not going to bore you with all of that in this video, but I am going to say that it's really just people questioning things that they don't understand, which I'm sure you could have figured that out. Talking about skepticism, that really and truly it's just because we don't understand something, so it's our questioning. Now what happens though, it's okay to question, to say let's wait on the facts, let's wait and see, kind of like what I'm saying. Let's wait and see, and then we'll decide. But to come out and say and start accusing our government of, you know, trying to sell us out, kill us off, track us, listen, I can't even keep up with the conspiracy theories. As a matter of fact, my good friend here, Sherry, she not easy to go and comment on these, because I used to comment on these videos on social media, but then I realized that so many of these people who are commenting, it's not worth it, because they really have no comprehension or reasoning abilities. So I'm like, you know, it doesn't make any sense to even say anything, because they, for one, they're not reading the article, so they don't understand what is being discussed truly. Also, they're not following the news, they're not following up on the issues, so they don't know what the issues are to actually make an informed decision, to actually have an informed perspective. For example, doctors have said that the reason they have been able to develop this vaccine so quickly is that they have access to finances, they have resources. Normally when a vaccine is being developed, they have no resources, they don't have enough resources, they don't have enough subjects to test, and so it takes much longer. But no, the world is in a crisis and everybody wants to solve this problem. Everybody wants to go back to life. The economies all over the world are being devastated. You know, people are out of jobs. Millions of people are out of jobs. Hundreds of thousands of people have lost their lives. So when you factor all of that in, you can see why all efforts and all resources would be pumped behind trying to make this vaccine. Yes, pharmaceutical companies are going to make money. Nothing is free. It costs money to produce the vaccine as well. You know, so we understand all of that. But let us look at the facts, let us look at the pros and the cons, and let us make an informed decision. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. But what I would like to know is, what do you think about skepticism? Why are we so skeptical? Also, on a side note, why are we so prone to believe in conspiracy theories? I have a theory about that. You know, it's really that we don't trust. And we don't trust because of our history. We have so much not to trust for. There's enough precedent to distrust or mistrust our people who are giving us aid, because we have seen it firsthand how their aid has affected our people in particular. You know, our people? Right. So we have enough reason to mistrust or to distrust these people. But I say, let us rely on the facts. COVID-19 is real. People are dying. And they have a vaccine that is 95% effective at preventing us from getting this vaccine. Will it work for everyone? Probably not. A lot of information is yet to be known. But let us rely on the fact, let us read, gather the information, and make informed decisions. That's it for today. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think. Why are we so skeptical as a people? And I'm not excluding myself from that. Even though I read and come from an informed perspective always, I'm not excluding myself from being a little skeptical sometimes. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more great content like this. This channel is about all things Jamaican. Also, you can let me know what kind of content you would like to see me cover in my future videos. And we upload videos every week, so hit that notification bell right there and you'll never miss a video when we upload. Thank you for watching, and remember, Jamaica is not just a place, it's an experience. I have some other videos that you can check out. My series on dating Jamaican men and dating Jamaican women from a very balanced perspective. You can watch these videos here. I have so much fun creating content for you. If you want to see more great content, all things Jamaican, check out my channel, The Jamaican Experience with Yaz. See you next week. Thank you for watching.